Madam Chair. Good afternoon,
1524
Madam Chair.
only, please.
Yes, I am Sylvia Presell, founder and chief strategist of CAPED, the Coalition for Apprenticeship Partners in Economic Development, CAPED for short. Here to testify in support of Senate Bill 1524, which would make Texas now the 18th state to offer employers some type of tax incentive for engaging and creating more apprenticeship programs. I am the designer of this legislation, crafted after extensive best practices research, speaking to hundreds of stakeholders across Texas, business leaders, academic institutions, and most importantly, the tri-agency task force leaders, TEA, Higher Ed, and the Texas Workforce Commission, who have been in tremendous support and tremendous bipartisan support for this particular legislation. This is the third rewrite of the bill, which is scaled back down to a pilot project to alleviate the large fiscal note from last session. This is now approximately about $1.7 million for a fiscal note. And as you know, the pilot project is limiting it to 6 apprentices per taxable entities for 5 taxable years. And we feel that this will get Texas in the right direction to really incentivizing employers to create the much needed apprenticeship programs. As you well know, we're now at $1.7 trillion in student loan debt. Approximately 29% are in default and 25% are in deferment. National statistics show that 60% of students who graduate are not finding jobs in their field of study, and it is placing students that go into default into a huge economic disadvantage. And this is not only a fantastic workforce development tool, but it leads to economic development as a whole. So I ask for your humble support for this legislation. I would like to thank Senator Hughes for carrying the bill, and I would be glad to answer any questions that you would have.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Senator Colquhoun.
Just a quick question. I did not hear your opening remarks of where you're from and kind of how did you get this idea?
Thank you. Yes, I am originally from Laredo, Texas, but I have been in the Austin area for over 30 years. I came up here to go to school at St. Edward's University, and again, I am one of those who had huge debt for a degree. I conducted my internship in the governor's office at the time. And, you know, internships are non-paid experiences and apprenticeships are jobs, essentially. And that is the big difference. But I came up with this idea after going back to South Texas and working as adjunct professor at Texas A&M International University, teaching Texas state government. And I began to see how students were just lacking in their vision for what career path they wanted to take. And then I would hear employers say, we can't find a skilled labor force, we can't find workers. And so there was a huge disconnect, and I began to really advocate for creating and linking, really breaking the barriers between businesses and academic institutions and really getting them linked up. I became very passionate about this during my time as adjunct professor at the university, and this is really how this came up. I was exploring a dissertation in public policy and law at the time. And instead of going back to school and getting in more debt, I thought, you know what, and I've got feedback from many stakeholders that said just create a nonprofit organization that will help you springboard. And that's how I came up with the idea after being a professor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I too want to take an opportunity here to thank you. You didn't give up. That's the main thing. And I think you're on to something great here, and I'm very much supportive of it. And I look forward to making sure it works and giving it the attention it deserves. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Senate Bill 1524 finally passes. Thank you for your leadership and support. If you are an employer interested in creating a new apprenticeship program, please contact us and we will be glad to create a customized training program to meet your workforce needs. And let's change the state of apprenticeships for Texas.